If all running backs are healthy, who can we expect to see? Well, all of them. So Trey Sermon, Kennedy Brooks, Rhamondre Stevenson, Marcus Major, and T.J. Pledger. Yeah, all of them. I don't expect anybody to transfer away. Not right now. I just don't, because they would have done it already. I mean, anything is possible, and stuff does happen over the summer. But I don't see an Abdul Adams right now. There probably will be one, and the most likely candidate could be T.J. Pledger, but you never know, right? I don't expect a JUCO kid to transfer. I think Rhamondre's sticking. Trey Sermon has been Lincoln's favorite back. He's been starting him, and I think that Trey Sermon is a player, but I know that the commentariat, fans, want to see Kennedy Brooks get the rock because he was a walking first down last year, nearly averaged 10 yards per carry. It kind of circles back to my point about Kyler Murray in that, did you know that Kennedy Brooks and Marcellus Sutton still did not have as many carries as Kyler Murray did last year? Come on, man. For the folks that want to see him run a 40-yard dash. You saw him carry the ball 140 times last season and 207 times over a 3-year career. You don't need to see him run anymore. It's fine. Let's see. What else we got in here? D lineman. Sean Stapleton's got some feelings about Stripling and Hicks. Redmond and Perkins will improve the defensive line. Those are ends. That's my problem there. It's not that those guys aren't players. Marcus Hicks might be the best defensive player in this 2019 class by a long shot. Y'all just might not know it yet. Everybody knows that Ronnie Perkins is the best pass rusher that you have to date. Marcus Stripling was an entirely different kind of huge get, but I expect him to compete and have time. But man, it ain't gonna help if you ain't got no defensive tackles. You can run all the defensive ends that you want. Obo was great. Stryker was great. But without a Jordan Phillips, the defense wasn't necessarily any good. So now you're talking about Neville Gallimore, who you're hoping will be healthy, but crapshoot. Dylan Matau, who picked up a defensive holding call, among other things. I think he did it multiple times last season. And Marcus Overton, who everybody wants to come on, but who knows what Q Overton is going to do. I mean, maybe he's a better wrestler defensive tackle at this standpoint, but we don't know. Troy James, could he come on? Zach McKinney, could he come on? We'll see. But I don't necessarily think that invoking the names of Jalen Redmond, Ronnie Perkins, Marcus Stripling, Marcus Hicks, Corey Roberson, David Ugwebu, Joseph Wette are going to help you. Edge setters and edge rushers aren't necessarily the problem at Oklahoma. Push in the middle is. Same people that want to dig on Kenneth Murray are the same people who forget that you got no push from the defensive tackles position, and when you were allowed to let Neville Gallimore just split the gap, he looked pretty good when he wasn't hurt. So I get you, but you don't need the edge rushers. You need the guys that are caving in the middle of the line, flat out, full stop. Yeah, well, that ship has sailed, Sean. He's saying that Michael Thompson Jr. should have been kept at defensive tackle. It's over now. You brought in a new coordinator with a different scheme from which Michael Thompson doesn't fit, and you want him to play on the offensive line because you're thin there anyway. Whatever. You know? What's up, Lloyd? Also, be aware that I have RJ Proctor Q&A coming up later on, along with Q&As with Tunmise Adeleye. I had the run with Ryan Watson last night. All of these kids are extremely well-spoken, and we get into a little bit more than football, but what football we do get into is very, very cool, especially at RJ Proctor. Carries himself very well. I mean, exactly what you would expect from a grad transfer. Really good stuff.